so let's unpack this. If you're a medical device manufacturer, you pour a lot into these big trade shows, right?
I'm out.
And you think, wait, the ROI, the real value is generated right there on the floor. The demos, the handshakes, the whole stack of business cards you come home with.
Right.
But when we look at breaking into Latin America specifically, that assumption is it's actually the single biggest misconception, the stage that really determines success and profit. That all happens after the event.
Yeah, and that initial momentum is just so fragile. I mean, we see it all the time. The vast majority of that commercial potential is lost.
How so?
Because manufacturers get home and those dozens of contacts just become forgotten or, unqualified leads buried in a CRM somewhere. If you don't have a specific expert way to follow up, that huge investment you made just goes completely cold.
So that's what we're going to dig into today. We want to map out that critical post-fair process. How do you take that raw data, the scribbled notes, the cards, and actually turn it into a foundation for signed partnerships?
Well, the first thing is speed. It's non-negotiable, particularly with Latin American distributors. They expect fast, personalized attention.
So the minute the fair ends, the clock is ticking.
The clock is absolutely ticking. We start transforming that information right away. And that begins with just simple organization. We detail the country, of course, but the immediate goal is classifying their role.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
Are they a distributor, an importer, maybe a hospital end user, or a specialist reseller? Each one requires a completely different approach.
And I'm guessing the data points you're looking for are pretty specific. What's maybe one non-obvious piece of information you're trying to nail down at that stage?
We're looking for evidence of real capacity and commitment. See, classification is just the baseline. The intelligence step is the validation.
Validation. So going deeper.
Much deeper. We review their track record, we analyze their import history if we can get that data, and critically, we determine if they have genuine market reach and the technical compatibility for the product line we're actually selling.
Wait, hold on a second. If distributors expect speed, doesn't all this deep validation slow you down? Are manufacturers really prepared for that level of strategic work right after a show?
It's what we call a necessary compression of time. We do all the heavy lifting of vetting immediately, so the manufacturer doesn't waste weeks talking to the wrong people.
I see.
We have to move fast to gather the data, so we can pivot even faster to the truly serious partners. That output, it isn't just a list. It's organized into what we call the opportunity map.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Once you've done that deep validation, how does it become an actual strategy? What exactly is this opportunity map?
Think of it as a dynamic, data-driven priority list. It basically tells you where to focus your energy.
It scores the leads.
Exactly. It scores every lead against market need and product fit. We identify which markets have the highest immediate potential, and then we segment the leads into, say, hot.
The ones that need immediate quotes and engagement.
Right, versus those that are more for medium-term development. This prevents that classic mistake of wasting resources chasing leads that just don't have verified purchasing capacity.
And that focus, that prioritization, allows for really decisive execution, I imagine. This is where you actually step in and initiate the follow-up, right? So the manufacturer's internal team isn't losing time while they're recovering from the show.
That's right. We deploy detailed message sequences, we send commercial materials that are customized for their specific market, and we get those video calls or post-event meetings on the calendar.
Reactivating that interest from the fair.
And our key advantage is that we've already filtered and verified their capacity on the ground. So when we present options to the manufacturer, they're not just leads. They're serious, qualified distributors ready to talk business, ready to negotiate.
So at the end of the day, what this all means is that the few days after a medical trade show, that's the decisive moment. That's when all that information has to become strategy.
And that strategy has to become tangible results. I mean, for any international manufacturer who's serious about growth in Latin America, having this kind of specialized methodology ensures that every bit of momentum you gained at the fair gets maximized. We make sure those first conversations turn into real agreements, into commercial expansion.
So the fair really is only the beginning, which brings up a final thought for you to consider. If your current follow-up process treats all that valuable data like just a static list, how much untapped revenue is cooling off in your spreadsheets right now?